Mary says that is why educating the people of Trinidad and Tobago is so important. That was leading me to my next question. Yes, education is important, education and awareness. But in terms of the regulation of pet ownership, do you think that we need to have a firmer hand as far as that is concerned? Because how do you ensure that people are in fact doing these things? They're spaying and neutering. They're not dumping animals that are unwanted. You know, they are taking their animals for veterinary care and so on.
And let me add to that. The simple guy riding his bike or a child riding a bike could be rushed by a stray dog. A postwoman, could be rushed by a stray dog, fall off their bike, get hurt. Who is responsible for that? Or who will be held responsible for the stray dog? Do you go looking for the owner of the stray dog? All of these things we have to take into consideration. Go ahead.
Yes. Can I say that there's a cabinet-appointed committee that is to address animal welfare regulations under the Ministry of Agriculture. And this committee is a joint public and private sector committee. Now, through this committee, we'll be looking at issues of like registration of animals, tagging of animals, owners' responsibility for their animals, standards of care for animals, such as just really, how do you care for your animal? How many times is it fed? If it's chained up, is it on a 1 foot long rusty chain, or does it have, in other countries there are laws like the animal must not be on a tether, on a line any less than so many feet long for any less than X amount of time. You cannot keep it chained all the time. So all of these things are under this, are to be addressed by this committee. But as usual, there's the waiting game. So it really is up to this is under the Ministry of Agriculture, that this needs to be addressed as soon as possible so that the committee can be looking into these issues that are quite urgent, actually, if we're to be dealing with these issues that keep recurring.
Okay.
Yes.
Same thing like the stray dog wandering and all this kind of stuff. Pounds, the establishment of pounds. Now, the word pound sounds very scary to the animal lover because you just envision these dark, dingy cages. But, state-of-the-art pound that cares
or shelter,
animals, that employs people, that is funded, that employs people and really cares for the animals, and have advertising, have like a high turnover, adoption, proper education. I mean, there's so many things at work. It's like a matrix that needs to come together. It's like a Rubik's Cube. All the colors are scattered. We need to bring the colors together to get this Rubik's Cube of animal welfare really working.
Okay, we have to go to a break, Elspeth. Could you hold a second, right? We'll keep
Stay
you
on the line for us, please. If
somebody
you can.
just said in Santa Cruz, it is a common dumping ground for unwanted animals, especially dogs.
And someone else says, Healing Spaces says, many people in Tobago think it's wrong to neuter a male dog. They cringe at the idea of taking away a male's testicles. She goes on to say, I spoke with a Tobago man recently and he says it is in the Bible that animals don't have souls. This was his reason for not bothering about animals. That's crazy.
The Bible says that?
Stay on the line with us, Elspeth.
Wow.
We're going to go to a break and we'll be back. Oh, but before we do, let's play this clip from Lucinda.
Lucinda from Animalia gives her take on the black dog of Mbakari.
And we go to a break. We'll be back. Elspeth? Any closing words, ma'am?
I would just say that this is a vast issue to be addressed, and it's really the feet of the nation are dragging. We need to quicken the pace immediately before any worse is done without any justice being served. And I would like to, again, also suggest to the different media houses that animal welfare issues are made a regular feature. TV, radio, press, give that voice to the animal organizations and the animal lovers, because there needs to be a space for this to be a national discussion. National discussion is part of the education. It's very, very necessary education. And it's going to help the people. It's going to help people. It's not just about animals. When you learn to love an animal, and I say learn because maybe some people have to learn, for some it may feel natural, but to learn to love an animal or to love an animal changes your life profoundly. Your ability to care, your ability to love is vastly deepened and widened and heightened.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you very much, my dear.
Thank you so much, Elspeth. And
Thank you.
We'll continue to be in touch, and perhaps we will revisit this topic on iron dependency. But
perhaps, I would like us to keep it going, and because we intend to keep this discussion on the front burner. I don't think it's something that we should just speak once, because we have very short memories here.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, so
Thanks
thank
again.
you. Take care.
Thank you.
Okay,
welcome.
bye-bye.
So that was Elspeth Duncan as she spoke with Garth St and myself on iron dependency. Certainly a lot to consider in what she said about animals being considered property and non-sentient beings, explaining what spay and neuter means, and their value in reducing the stray and homeless populations, reminding us of the importance of education and knowing where to get the right information about animal welfare, and being a relentless voice for animals in Trinidad and Tobago, where she lives. My commentary this week will be brief since I've already had my say on iron dependency. I just wanted to express here my profound disappointment at the absence of the Commissioner of Police, Gary Griffith, who confirmed his attendance, hence his name being in the promo, but declined to take our call that Sunday. I think this speaks volumes about the value and importance law enforcement places on animal welfare. I mean, that's as blunt as I can be. Elspeth did raise another key message that despite the attitude of law enforcement to reports and complaints, we must not ease them up either. Keep reporting it until they get fed up of you. That way, they would not be able to claim that they don't get enough reports about animal cruelty. The ruling in the Black Dog case was atrocious, but where are the other cases brought against individuals harming animals every day? It's almost as if the Black Dog case was an anomaly rather than the rule. Since the law was amended, have there been any arrests? I doubt it. Shouldn't an increase in the fine and prison time be an encouragement for police officers to enforce the law? But as Garth said towards the end of the excerpt, this is a topic that will be revisited very soon on iron dependency, and you're sure to hear about it right here on Animalia and on our social media when the time comes. So that's lucky episode 13 of Animalia. I hope you enjoyed it and you're now a fan of iron dependency. It's the wider platform that this subject desperately needs, and here's hoping that other programs and media houses amplify the voices of animal welfare organizations in the future. Remember that a new episode drops every Friday, and you can find the link on our socials, Animalia the Pod on Facebook and Instagram, and now on our website at animaliathepod.weebly.com. If you like what you hear and want to appear on the podcast, shoot me an email at animaliathepod@gmail.com or message me on the back end of the socials. Thanks again to Garth St, to Elspeth Duncan, and thank you for listening. I'm Natasha, and until next time, take good care and remember, love off your pets. Bye-bye.